So I used to try and cut a lot, which wasn't good for me. So even just my amateur ones, like my first fight, I lost 19 kilos for my first fight, and then the other ones I was losing up to 14 kilos trying to cut and that, and especially being green in the sport myself, I was probably doing a lot of it wrong, and I was just more worried about trying to put that weight back on, thinking it was that advantage, but obviously these days it's sort of getting proven that it's not, and it's not healthy for the body either. So now I'm a lot leaner and walk around a lot smaller than what I used to, and I've got a pretty small cut. I'd probably cut still 7 or 8 kilos, but it's sort of varying on, just on that. Obviously every time you go into a fight you could have different injuries or different lead up to it, so how much strength training you've got in beforehand always determines how much you've got to cut.
And for the 19 kilos, like how much time did you give yourself for that?
That was the very first fight I took, and I was playing footy at 94 kilos, so the only fight I could get was at 75, so I think that might have been 6 weeks I sort of had to lose all that, but so it wasn't like I got a good mate who's, or 2 good mates that are, their brothers are their professional bodybuilders, and they look after all my diets and everything for me, and they've always, I've never missed weight or had massive trouble trying to cut the weight, so it was all, it's always been pretty good, but still there's been a couple of tough ones.
But when you say like it's not the right way to go, so you've never missed weight, you've never had trouble making weight, but in what kind of, I guess, negative way has it affected you?
Oh, you can just like, so that last one I had, it was the easiest weight cut I've had, and I come in a lot. Just I didn't lose anything out of it. My strength and everything was still the same, and you definitely feel the toll trying to make a big weight cut than what you do if you don't, and it's just drains you. And then or even during the fight or after the fight, you can feel your body, like your muscles don't have the oxygen and the blood getting back through them quick enough, and it just the whole feeling going into a weight cut. If you're pushing the limits and you're struggling, you're draining your body, and you might be 2 or 3 weeks out and you're already having to start cutting all your food down, and you're not getting the effort out in the training. As to this last one, I could train right up to the week of a couple of days before the fight, still put 100% in without lacking any energy, just because I didn't have to worry about all that weight to lose. So you're still getting the work in everywhere else, and you're still eating, and you're just healthy in general.
And have you always been in the same weight class? Like, is it a case of now that you just try to remain lower so there's a smaller weight cut? Or, because I know in Jamie's case, for instance, he used to kill himself getting down in weight, where now he's actually gone up in weight. And he was talking about, like, obviously the same thing. He was like, I just realized, one, he said he's put more muscle mass on.
Yeah.
But 2, he was like, I was killing myself just getting there. So it just made more sense to go up. So with you, is it a case that you're just trying to remain lower all year round, or is it a case, have you moved up at all?
No, I think I've just restructured so I was just more typically doing your compound weights, like your bodybuilding style weights, trying to be big and strong when it doesn't really benefit you in MMA at all anyway. You get slower, your twitch reflexes are slower, and your speed and everything, it slows everything down really. So you are strong, but you don't have that explosiveness and everything. So I've just changed it all up now, so I'm doing the right things with Braden, the strength and conditioning coach. He bases everything around, tries to build it around what's going to help me in the sport, and same as what we do with Ross when we do our fight circuits and whatnot. It's all things that are going to help you. You're still doing the weights and everything, but they're in actions that's going to be in the sport you're doing, which makes a massive difference. I don't have to try and be as big and strong anymore, and I can still keep a good strength, and it's just I can be quick as well without having to carry that extra weight.